What is up, everybody? We are trying another live stream today because I downloaded a new software, spent like from 4 to 7 in the morning just getting it all set up, and I thought, you know what, I want to go live, so we might as well try it again. Today we got a lot of stuff to go over. We're going to start off with a couple of important things going on with Ethereum. Ethereum London hard fork is officially live, and there are a couple of big announcements I want to go over there. After that, we're going to talk a little bit about what's going on with Dogecoin, because I've seen a couple of price predictions come out, and I want to clarify exactly what's going on because some of them are really just meant to mislead investors. And I've been seeing some comments, people have been messaging me in Patreon, so I want to go over that. At the end, we're going to talk a little bit about the SEC, we're going to talk a little bit about regulators, and finally towards the last topic we're going to talk about is what is going on specifically with regards to Grayscale Bitcoin Trust and Grayscale Ethereum Trust as well. So if you guys enjoy this sort of content, well, then please be sure to like the video down below, subscribe if you're new, and also if you want to see exactly what I'm buying, selling, what I'm talking about, well, then make sure to follow me on public.com investing. You can see everything completely for free. Just go ahead, follow me on that using go to public.com/Michael. But anyways, let's get right into this. Let's go over what is going on with the crypto market. So right now, crypto is relatively flat. We're seeing about a $1.63 trillion market cap, and we have been relatively flat over the last couple of days. We had seen Bitcoin break $40,000 per coin. We had gone as high as about $42,000. Then we came back down, dropped to as low as $38,000 per coin. But most of what has been going on with crypto has been specifically with Ethereum. Ethereum has been driving a lot of the gains in the market recently because of this London hard fork, which officially went live today, August 5th, 2021. So what is important about this London hard fork? Well, first of all, we see Ethereum is up 3.5% over the last 24 hours and up about 20% over the last 7 days. But the important thing about this Ethereum London hard fork is that there are a lot of important parts to it. There are a couple of software upgrades which we have spoken about. There's EIP 1559, which we've also spoken about, but I want to go over the most important things about it and also a way that you could actually track what exactly is going on with EIP 1559, how many Ether have been burned already, and what that exactly means. So first of all, what we are seeing is that London hard fork has officially been activated, and this is why we are seeing Ethereum's price really run up over the last couple of days. One of the biggest problems for Ethereum, it's always been a problem for Ethereum, is that there's been a problem with scaling in terms of transactions per second, and also gas fees sometimes are, and transaction fees are highly unpredictable, and they are just ridiculously high. When people are buying a lot of Ethereum, when we see the network really growing rapidly, all of these gas fees have gone through the roof, and it basically makes Ethereum not a great platform to use. A lot of people have been going to EOS or Solana or Cardano and looking towards other coins. But with this London hard fork, which just took place, it solves a couple of these issues. So the first thing is, like, if you think of Ethereum like a highway, we've spoken about this a lot before. Imagine Ethereum is a highway, and this London hard fork essentially is just adding a few more lanes and is standardizing toll prices. So essentially makes it a little less congested. The network is able to handle a little more, volume, and also it makes it so these transaction fees, these gas fees are not exorbitantly high like they used to be. So with the one upgrade, there's 4 in particular, but with the most important one, the one that everyone is talking about, is called 1559, and essentially it makes Ethereum a deflationary asset in the sense that it is always burning a number of coins when they are mined. Interesting thing about this is I found this website where you can see like how much ETH has already been burned due to EIP 1559. And when you start looking at this, you can see on this site right here, which I'll link down below, but it tracks exactly how much Ethereum has been burned with this new update that just took place within the last 24 hours. And we can see right now, as of August 5th, 2021, the date was first released, we've already burned a total of 1,129.6 Ethereum. You can see that right here. It shows you how many have been burned, and if you do like how much is that up to, you just take that total number, multiply it by the current price of Ethereum, which is right around $2,700 per coin. You take that, you multiply, and that's how much money has been burned. And that is why people are saying Ethereum is now becoming more of a deflationary asset, which is a good sign. And then lastly, with this EIP 1559, the last thing I want to talk about is the London hard fork has 4 upgrades. People don't talk about the other 3, but they are still important. The easiest way to think about what's going on now is this London hard fork, which went live on August 5th, has made Ethereum more of a deflationary asset, which makes it so institutional investors are going to want to get more involved with Ethereum, because one thing that institutional investors like about Bitcoin, we've mentioned this a lot, is that there's a hard cap on the supply. 21 million Bitcoin will ever be in existence. There's never going to be more. That's it. And that's why institutional investors like it, because of the scarcity. As more big money players get involved, it's definitely going to help increase the price. And with this new upgrade, that same thing is happening with Ethereum. So it's not like a hard cap. It's not like we have 21 million like we have with Bitcoin. But the interesting thing about this is that it is making it more of a deflationary asset. So those are the big things going on with Ethereum. I wanted to point out exactly how you can track how much Ethereum is being burned and what is going on there. Next up, let's talk a little bit about what is going on with Dogecoin, because I've been getting a lot of questions about Dogecoin on public.com, on Patreon, on Twitter. People have been asking me about this article in particular, how Finders experts predict Dogecoin's price will hit $1.21 per coin by 2025 and $3.60 by 2030. So this is a data analytics site. They surveyed, I believe, about 45 different experts in the cryptocurrency space and asked them what they think about Dogecoin, where they think it could be in 2021, by the end of 2021, where they think it could be by 2030. And the interesting thing about this is that when we look at these prices, on average, they're saying that the price for Dogecoin could go as high as $1.21 per coin by 2025 and $3.60 per coin by 2030. But when you look at that article, it is a little bit misleading. It's a little bit misleading because when you look at it, you think, oh, on average, I think you can go to $3.60, but that's not really the case. Because when we look at this, out of all of the experts that they surveyed, only one of them said that Dogecoin can reach $50. One of them said Dogecoin could reach $50 per coin by 2030. One of them said it could reach $10 per coin by 2025. Other than that, everyone else basically said Dogecoin would not reach even $2 per coin. When we look at all of the numbers, only 15% of the panel, so on average, 3 out of 20 panelists said that Dogecoin would ever be able to surpass that $1 per coin mark. So when you start to see these averages, yes, if you take an average and it's like, you don't get rid of the outliers. So if you say it's $1, like 10 people, you take an average of 10 people, and all of them say $1, but then one person says 50, well, then you have to take that $50 price target into the average, and it really makes it inaccurate. So if you look at the average is $3.60 by 2030, and the median is sitting right at 4 cents per coin. So, the average is when you just add them all up, divide by the number of people who submitted a price prediction. So if there's 10 people, you just say, what are all their price predictions? Add them up, divide by 10. And then with the median, you essentially just take the middle number. So if you line them all up from lowest to smallest, which price prediction is in the middle? So that is a really big difference. The average, $3.60. The median is at 4 cents. And I just wanted to go over this because the vast majority of these experts say that Dogecoin won't be able to reach $1 per coin. Only 15% of them say they can. Those of them who say it can reach $1 per coin say it's all going to depend on Elon Musk. University of Saskatchewan PhD candidate AJ said that he believes Doge is capable of hitting $1 per coin, but it's entirely dependent on what goes on with Elon Musk, how much he's talking about it, if he integrates it with Tesla, and how much he pushes for it. In addition to this, Cake DeFi CEO Julian Hosp also said that Dogecoin could be worth $1 per coin, depending on what's going on with Ethereum, depending on what's going on with Elon Musk, what he says about Dogecoin. But ultimately, he says he thinks it's a pump and dump. So I just wanted to go over this because when you see an article like this, you're like, oh, well, most experts think it's going to reach $3.60 by 2030. But that's not the case. Only 3 of them think it could reach $1 per coin. And then the only reason we're seeing it as high as we are, this price prediction, is because one person said Dogecoin would reach $50 per coin by 2030. That's the only reason that price prediction is as high as it is. So I wanted to go over that. And then another thing going on with Dogecoin is what is going on with Oscar Mayer. Oscar Mayer created a one-off pack of Dogecoin hot dogs. Essentially, it's like a collectible. But essentially, what they're saying is that they were auctioning this off on eBay, and it's a limited edition hot Doge pack. They're only ever going to make one. We'll see how much this goes for on eBay. But something interesting, something exciting, seeing a major company like Oscar Mayer integrate Dogecoin into their business and have some sort of fun giveaway where it's not a giveaway, but they're auctioning this off to raise money for charity. So they said all of the money they raise is going to go to Feeding America, which is a hunger relief organization. So that's pretty interesting. That seems pretty interesting with what they're doing there. Moving on, before we get into the next topic, if you guys can, please be sure to like the video. I'm pretty excited that we finally were able to do a live stream, and it's not crashing. I downloaded a new software. I used to go on OBS, Streamlabs OBS. Now I'm just on OBS Studio. So I'm pretty excited about that. So if you guys can, please be sure to like the video, and let's keep the ball rolling. Hopefully we keep our fingers crossed that YouTube doesn't crash, stream software doesn't crash again. Moving on, let's talk a little bit about what is going on with the SEC. So the SEC chief named Gary Gensler just came out and says that he's been eyeing a lot of robust cryptocurrency regulations. We've talked about this in other videos, but the important thing about this is that he is the chief of the SEC, the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission. And the interesting thing about this is that he taught cryptocurrency, taught blockchain at MIT for years, and everyone thought that when he was going to get involved with crypto, that when he was appointed as chief of the SEC, it'd be great for crypto. But he's saying, look, we want to have a lot of regulations in place because the only way crypto could go mainstream is if we have a lot of regulations in place. But the most interesting, the SEC has no authority over pure commodities or their trading venues, whether those commodities are wheat, gold, oil, or crypto assets. Because he said, according to documents that were passed a couple years ago, they listed cryptocurrency as like virtual currencies such as Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, that they've been determined to be commodities under the Commodity Exchange Act, so the CEA. So he says that when we're hearing it, Gary Gensler come out and say what is going on with crypto, when we see Gary Gensler coming out and saying that they're putting more regulations into place on crypto, well then that is something that he doesn't really have the authority to do. So we'll see what happens there, but I just thought it was interesting that he came out and said, look, we've been talking about regulations. The SEC has come out recently, has talked a lot about regulations, and then now all of a sudden we're seeing other government organizations say the SEC has no authority to go about and do this. And then last up, one thing I do want to talk about is what is going on with Grayscale. Grayscale recently hired a couple of people to lead their ETF efforts moving forward. Right now, Grayscale is a trust. Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, Grayscale Ethereum Trust. And they said that they are 100% committed to converting their largest Bitcoin fund into which is a trust, into an ETF. They said they've made a lot of hires recently, and that is what their goal is moving forward. This is important because there's a big difference between ETFs and funds, which we've gone over quite a few times on the channel. Videos down below so you could see exactly what's the difference between an ETF and a trust. But either way, it's nice to see that they are making a big push into the ETF space. There are a number of applications already waiting to be approved by the SEC for a Bitcoin and Ethereum ETF. We'll wait and see when one is passed, but we know for a fact that Grayscale is making a big push into this. So that's what's really going on with crypto. Keeping this quick of what's going on in the market. Hopefully the live stream worked okay. I'm going to look at the video in a bit to see if everything looked okay in terms of the audio. If not, maybe I'll post another video later, but it's very frustrating. I keep trying to do these live streams because I like doing them, but it's frustrating when I'm traveling because I don't have all of my equipment and it doesn't always work as well. But we'll keep trying. If not, I'll see what I end up doing. I'm just too stubborn. I'm going to keep trying to do the live streams anyways. But we'll see. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, please be sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.